G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road. Today I'm at Nusa Dua, Bali, Indonesia, and I'm staying at the Westin. And this is the premium room at the Westin Nusa Dua. In this video, I'm going to give you a review of what this room experience is like, as well as a bit of a tour, and take you through a guide of the experience so you know exactly what it's like in case you're thinking about staying here during your time in Bali. Let's go. Righto, so here we are up on floor 4, which is where our room is. We're in 4006 and we've got a connecting room because we're staying here as a family with 404 down here. What's pretty cool is that the card works on both rooms. I haven't seen that before in a hotel, but it's great when you're staying at a family because you usually got the kids in one room and you're in the other, and they shortchange you on cards and you can't get between them as easily as you'd like, or when people come up from the pool at different times. So the hallway is kind of a bit on the dark side. It's kind of typical of hotels, to be honest. And a little bit of, I don't know what you call that, topography in the carpet. But nice and wide hall at least. And as you can see, pretty quiet. All right, let's go into the room. (4006). Okay, so there's definitely a lot to like about this room, but there's certainly some things not to like as well. So stick with me. I'll take you through everything you need to know. Now you'll see at the moment we've got a trundle set up in here. So this is, I guess, one of the challenges that we had when we got here. We're staying as a group of 5, and we got here and there was only the 4 beds made up, so we had to get the trundle brought in, which isn't a big deal except it was midnight. So it's a bit of a shame that the housekeepers had just missed it apparently. And we're hoping that would fit into the connecting room, but as I'll take you through in a second, it didn't really fit. So it's had to come in here. So we haven't had our little family, our little parent oasis, but at least it's a proper bed and not a couch or something like that. Okay, so on the entrance here, we just got a little kind of, I guess, a lobby area. And before we come into the room. So there's some really, really lovely things about this room. Now, obviously, a lot of bright light coming in, which is great. So you've got big windows. They're well cleaned. Lots of light coming in, lots of natural light coming in, which is great. You've got this artwork on the wall, and I'll show you in the next room in a second. There's different artwork in there, which is striking and beautiful. We can see it's quite a nice colour scheme they've got here. They've got it's engineered kind of wood flooring, but it's textured. It feels really nice under your feet. You've got the rug as well. You wouldn't say it looks Balinese necessarily. It doesn't really kind of have that wood heavy, bamboo heavy kind of look that you might associate with some Balinese hotels, but it's a bit more modern than that. But I like the greys, I like the purple on the couches, I like the plush couches as well. And yeah, we'll talk a little about the bed in a sec. But just off to the left here is a nook. So you can seal this right off, like so. Oh, oops, sorry, it doesn't go all the way. It comes from both sides. And that's got a mirror on it, like so. So that's when you walk in, it's kind of like that. Obviously that door will be closed if you're not connecting rooms. And yeah, so you kind of come in and you've got this whole little separate space in here with the light that comes on once you open it properly, not like I just did. And you can see you've got a safe, thongs, not as opposed to slippers, there's robes as well, which we've got in use. Hanging space, lots of storage space up the top, and this big bench down the back, and I love this design. So we're using it predominantly because we've been backpacking, so we've just got our backpacks up there at the moment. That obviously creates a sitting spot where you can get ready, and as well as a nice big flat surface that's out of the way and you can seal it up and it's out of sight. You've got room for your shoes underneath there. Great design, really, really love it. It's a walk-in wardrobe experience. Now this is not usually here, this is the bedside table. I'll talk you through why it's in here in a second, but it's to do with this trundle. So the trundle obviously takes up a bit of space. I mean, there's enough space for it. It's just with the connecting room and obviously the walk-in wardrobe, it's a little bit in the way, but nothing you can't get around. And honestly, I've been so much more cramped with beds before like this. And in the other room, it was just a bit too tight, which I'll show you in a second. So this here is not the bedside table, that's actually the bath side table, which I'll get into the bathroom in a second. So that would usually be in the bath, but because that wouldn't fit with this here, I moved this in as a substitute. So I've just made it work. And if you're used to traveling with kids, you'll know this is just the way it is. But you can imagine if this is not here, there's a lot of space. And you've still got this whole other half of the room. So the bed is really soft, probably a little too soft for me personally. I prefer a bit more firmness just to support my back. And as a result of it not being particularly firm, my back's been hurting a little bit. But that might not be an issue for you at all. It is a very comfortable bed. They do a great job cleaning it each day, turning the room over. The staff are fantastic, so friendly. I love the Indonesians. They're such lovely, lovely people, and so willing to please. Like they really want you to have a good time. Really, really nice pillows, and yeah, really, really comfortable bed. Over here, we've got a massive TV. I'm guessing this is probably one of the perks of the premium room to get such a big TV. It's fully, it's modern as well. You've got YouTube on there. You can connect your device directly to it. You can access Netflix, Prime, and Disney Plus through your device onto this. You can there's also a whole bunch of just general channels, including a lot of international channels, kids channels like Nickelodeon, movies, sport channels. Yeah, and it looks fantastic. So big, it's just really immersive TV experience. And we've actually used it a bit. Like usually we don't even turn the TVs on, but yeah, it's so hot outside that sometimes you just need some respite. Over here you can see what the table and chairs is supposed to, or the bedside table is supposed to look like. And you can see the lightings as well, so you can kind of access all the lights or just your reading lights and stuff from here. You've got the wall unit as well, which takes any kind of type of plug actually. They're kind of universal. I'll show you over here actually, you can see here. As you can see, it's pretty much ready to take all comers. It's also got USB-A ports. Where's the USB-A port? I saw one. Maybe I didn't. That's HDMI, isn't it? Yeah, so we've just been, well, anyway, your cable's just going to plug in. That's the point, and you got some on both sides as well, which is good. So pretty good with the ports. We've been able to charge everything relatively easily. I love the couch, soft, nice, comfortable, right next to the window. Beautiful table, nice thick kind of stone, and doesn't take up a lot of volume, but it's very functional. So I do like that. There were some bits and pieces in here when we got here. A couple little muffins for the kids, or more like cupcakes actually, this little thing of nuts, a few bits and pieces for us to nibble on when we first got here, which was really, really good. And then over here, you've also got a big desk space, which you can see. So that's been really handy as well. More places to put stuff to charge, more storage space. We're able to sit there and have work at a proper seat, which has been really handy as well. Directly underneath us, we have the premium pool, which is like a pool exclusive to people in this wing of the hotel, and also lounge, so you can go down there and work as well, and beautiful air conditioning. And there is a mini bar down here which does have bits and pieces in it. We haven't touched it, so I can't tell you how much that is, but it's the usual, you know, there's beers, there's wine, there's soft drinks, and also a selection of coffees to choose from, as well as some wine and more if you wanted some snacks. But obviously you can have the coffees and teas at your leisure. So that is, yeah. Oh, and so there's drawers and stuff in here as well, I think. Yeah, so there's more storage space in here. Okay, into the bathroom. Really like the bathroom, done a great job. I love this effect where they've got the frosted window. I see in here, get a bit closer, you can see. So you got all this natural light coming in. As a tall bloke, I can actually kind of see off into the surrounding jungle. Huge shower, like look at the space. Massive, massive shower, all glassed off as well, so your floor doesn't get soaking wet. Nice big rainmaker, good pressure. I'd say good temperature, except you want the reverse. You want stone cold, and well, I do anyway. And it doesn't go stone cold. Like even on full cold, it's lukewarm. But on the hot side, it's absolutely fine. And some pretty nice shampoos, conditioners, and body gel as well over here. So it's all pretty nice, isn't it? Lovely big rainmaker, nice and tall, easy, I can fit in it. Big basin, Lots of space on both sides for all the stuff. There's lots of bottles of water. They keep your bottles of water supplies right up, which is really handy. Drinking from the water in Southeast Asia from the tap is always fraught with a bit of risk. I'm sure it's fine in a resort, but I'm not going to risk it. And a few bits and pieces as well in here, should you desire it or need it. Okay, and a little shady mirror. Bathtub. So always really nice to have a bathtub, especially when you've got family. Especially you've got little kids and you want to give them a bath. And the two different outlets there, so it all looks very nice. And then a toilet space in the background there that's also nicely secreted away. So you can't be seen with the door open, but also more it's just got the space. It's got space around it, which is always lovely in a hotel bathroom. So you can see it's a very big, generously sized room, this premium room. Okay, so been mostly positives. Now there are a couple of negatives. So, negative number one, the air conditioning unit is quite loud. Now we've got a connecting room, so I can say that it's not as loud in that room. So it could just be a bit more room specific. I'm not sure if you can hear that through here. But yeah, it's kind of got a constant sound. At least it's been a consistent sound. The bigger problem has been out here, which is, there's a deck. It's really, really nice. It's nice, again, a generously sized deck. Only the one chair out here though, which should be at least two, I think, considering it's, you know, two people who want to sit out here. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear that, but this is the outlook from the premium wing. You've got two outlooks. You've got one outlook, obviously, on the other side, which I can't show you, but that one looks out over a bit over the premium pool, but also mostly over the lobby, the parking lot, the way into the, and then this is the other way. Now, just beyond those trees right there is another resort. I think it's called Laguna. And that big concrete block there is obviously the air conditioning machine for their entire resort. Now, there's not much these guys can do about it because it's on another resort, but that thing is so loud, and more so than the volume, it vibrates. And I can, it just rhythmically, I don't know if it's coming through, it's rhythmically like boom, 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 boom. It's a similar sound to when you see, like hear a helicopter coming, or if someone turns on the car in a garage and they're idling it in your garage, you can kind of house it rumbles a little bit, and that's just constant. And it's, yeah, it kind of makes sitting out here a bit unpleasant. You know, it's each to their own, I guess. Some people aren't going to be affected as much by the sound, but the vibrations, like when you're trying to get to sleep, like you can feel it, and I found it quite distracting. So, and you're either looking at that or you can go on the other side and look at the parking lot, but you won't be able to hear that. So I think that's probably the better option if you're sound sensitive. That's something to consider. The other problem with the room that I find is that this wing, the premium wing, is miles away from all the action. So it's the furthest possible point in the resort from the beach. It's the furthest possible point in the resort from the pool and from the buffet breakfast. So there's a lot of walking. It's actually quicker. There's an exit just down here. It's actually quicker to exit to the next door neighbour's kind of back road and walk to the beach down that way than it is to go through the resort. So it's kind of it's a bit of a conundrum. The room's really lovely, as you can see. It's a huge space. It's really nicely put together. It's comfortable, and there's lots to love about it. But the position next to that really loud, and obviously it's not the world's greatest outlook. I mean, it's nice that you're looking out kind of over the treetops, but obviously there's no glimpse of ocean, or you're not looking out of the pool or really anything. It's just kind of the next door neighbour's, back of the next door neighbour's resort. But yeah, the proximity of the next door neighbour's air conditioning unit and the vibrations that sends through the room, combined with the long walks to everywhere, combined with, in this case, a bit of noise from the air conditioning, are three things I wasn't so stoked about. Then it's just a case of pushing those against, well, look at all the space. Look how nice the room is. Look how great the bathroom is, comfy the bed is, the nice TV and all this extra space. And so that's all I'd say. If you're not too sensitive to noise, if you kind of sleep through anything, if you're used to living in a reasonably loud apartment area or something like that, then I don't think it's going to be an issue for you. If you're someone who lives in quiet suburbia and you get annoyed when the next door neighbour starts his car up in the morning and stuff like that, then I would be staying on the other side than this side, because yeah, I think it's going to annoy you a little bit. Okay, now let's have a quick look at the connecting room. So it's exactly mirror, it's exact layout, exact mirror, except we've got the 2 doubles. And you can see there, probably from where the Trundle's sitting, that if we try to get the Trundle in here, it was going to really compromise us being able to open this door, get into the cupboard. We do quite a whole furniture movement. There is enough space in here to move the furniture around and make it work. So you can make it work. I'm sure they can make it work. But for us in this setup with the 5 of us, that was the most functional way, and it's been fine. Like, everyone slept really well. You can see the art in this room is different, as I mentioned. It's another beautiful piece of art. I really, really like this one. But otherwise, it's exact mirror, just with the 2 doubles. And exactly mirror in the bathroom here as well, as you can see. So, yeah. And also, the air conditioning in this room is a lot better. You can't really hear it at all, but you can still feel the vibrations from the next door neighbour's air conditioning. So there we have it, guys. That is a review of the premium room experience at the Westin Nusa. Yeah, I think I've covered all the bases there. Now you know, and you can make the purchase decision for you. I know that they are currently working a lot. There's like scaffolding all over the front of the resorts, the wing that goes down towards the beach. They're not building premium rooms there, but they will obviously be updated rooms. There's some 1-bedroom suites, some 2-bedroom suites, and there's some standard rooms that they're building down there. So they'll be fresh and new and right in the thick of the action. So that's another option to explore once they're available. Otherwise, look at the premium room. It's really comfortable, it's really big. It's nice the way they built it. I love the little alcove, I love the bathroom, I love the giant TV, I love the thick mattresses. Like, there's lots of here to love. You just got to sacrifice the proximity to where the action is. And you're going to have to put up, if you're on this side, with some additional noise from the neighbours. On the other side though, I suspect you'll be a lot better off than on this side for noise. All right, I'm Chris Dead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out my full review of I almost forgot, the Westin Nusa. And until next time, I'm getting back on the road.